So, good morning, guys. So, a day out at Chatham Dockyard. Really interesting, actually. But as you can see, the weather was absolutely chucking it down. On and off, though. So, some very heavy rain, big raindrops, as you can see here. Nice, big, sploshy, slow motion raindrops there. Even that one there, which is just a perfect little capture there, which is really cool. Plenty to see, from old ships to submarines to many other things as well. Quite challenging conditions, shall I say. I just had the Rx10 Mark IV with me, and obviously the GoPro and my pivot head sunglasses, which obviously got the camera in. Pigeons didn't really enjoy the bad weather either, but here we go. So enjoy. Morning.
Hi, sir.
You alright? Going to the dockyard.
Been before?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just it's literally just down there on the left, isn't it, in the parking?
Yeah. Oh, the undercover one's right at the very bottom on the right.
Oh, was there?
There's undercover parking there.
Oh, I'll keep it nice and dry.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Right the way down as far
Yeah.
as you go, the road automatically takes you into it.
Okay, fabulous.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Hopefully it doesn't rain again. So, undercover parking sounds good to me. So once I found where I was going to park, which is undercover, which is handy, especially when it's chucking down with rain, I sort of got my stuff out of the bag, left basically the camera bag in the boot, but I took one spare battery with me for the Rx10 Mark IV, and I obviously had the camera body. I also had my GoPro Hero 7 Black and my pivot head sunglasses, which obviously got the video camera in them as well. As you can see here, really cool reflections actually on the ground from the water just laying there, and there's no wind as such. So just one shot here of a lorry turning around, which is quite cool. And then just a little bit of history of the docks.
Lines. In the early 19th century, yet more facilities were added. This time they supported mechanization and mass production, enabling the Royal Navy to beat Napoleon's forces at sea and on land. New covered slips were built to protect warships from wood rot, while the introduction of new technologies were used to build Chatham's first ironclad battleship, the steam-powered HMS Achilles. The Victorian Dockyard extension allowed Chatham to construct ever larger and more complex battleships and cruisers. Weapons were getting more powerful, ships were faster and bigger, defences had to be built further out. But eventually the naval arms race demanded ships too long to be launched into the River Medway. Chatham built her last battleship and started on her first submarine. Chatham's submarine construction phase spanned 2 world wars and entered the nuclear age. But in 1984, reductions in defence spending brought this all to an end. The land was split. The outer basin has become a commercial port. The rest of the dockyard has been regenerated as Chatham Maritime and the historic Dockyard, now the world's most complete dockyard of the age of sail.
So, lifeboats. Typical now, it's nice and warm. Oh. So into the lifeboat collection. Looks like it's got two eyes, that one. So once I had a look around the lifeboat sort of a display and everything, was really actually quite interesting watching the boats sort of progress. Basically I was up into this bit of the building, which is really cool. It's one of the coolest buildings ever, with all the windows and the archway, the sunlight coming onto the floor, which you can see. Really cool, especially the age of it, all wooden, and it's obviously to do with building ships or whatever. But look at that, I mean the sun came out for me, which was handy, and you can see all the little squares of light that are bouncing down onto the decking there. Bloody massive, huge building. It's really big. That's just the one end I'm looking at, but when you see the camera looking the other way in a second, it's just really interesting and quite amazing how it's still standing, really. Obviously all oak, I imagine, but really, really big. Not really quite sure, maybe 200 feet long, something like that. Really cool though, and obviously from the outside it looks completely different. Big moody clouds now. It's alright though, it's only dribbling. Rx10 doesn't really care, just a little bit of water. The most important thing to do is have your hot shoe cap on. That way you don't get any errors coming up on the thing. It's quite a cool view. Well, it's definitely raining, but it kind of adds to the naval experience. So we're going to walk down underneath the submarine, which is held together with bits of wood. Safe? I suppose it's fine. Sat on more bits of wood. Mad. Absolutely chucking it down with rain now. So let's go on the ship. Oh, hello. Slightly damp, isn't it?
Only slightly. Is this your first time on
No, I've been here before. I haven't been here for a while since it changed.
It's business as usual on here today. You can go around anywhere that's open, just mind your head, particularly take care out on deck today with your feet and all that. And when you get to some steps, if you can go down facing them, that would be great.
No problem.
Not great out there.
Go in the dry, I think, for a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have to disappear into one of the galleries until it passes.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I feel like this place is...
Fan-cooled machines. Old tech. Crazy. It's a shitter. And poop poop. Oh, a proper line of them. So just a quick look around everything really, and then I started taking a few more pictures, but the weather was so sort of random. It was just chucking down with rain or not. Sun would be in or it would be out, so it was quite challenging, but still quite interesting. And obviously the camera kit was absolutely fine in heavy rain as well as the sun and everything. Just had to keep the front filter clean.
Water's so clear. Chevy beds. Bit rude not to ring it, really, wouldn't it? So it's going quite well so far. It's just chucking it down with rain now, so I'll come inside for a drink and a bite to eat. And just have a quick look at some of the photos. Done about 2 hours on one battery. It's got about 2% left. Mixture of shots from video to slow motion and everything, so just going to go outside in a minute and carry on with the rain. This is kind of cool. Some old dockyard trains. It's just chucking it down at the